Hey, what's going on, guys? Kalamazi here. I forgot to turn my fan off. I'm turning it off. I don't care. Today's video is going to be covering. Here's my fan. The changes that are coming to Warlock. I guess came to Warlock today on PTR. For those that don't know, we have a sub event going on Twitch this month. This is not a shameless plug. We had a extreme hot wing eating challenge goal, which we hit tonight. It was very fun, but I have celiac disease. For those that didn't know that, and the wings at order were supposed to be gluten-free. They were not. So I have a lot of brain fog, and I'm very tired right now. So this video is a little scuffed. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I'm doing my best. But my brain is shutting off. So we're going to go to the changes here. We'll look at it in-game briefly and go from there. Brain fog is one of the side effects of gluten shit with this disgusting thing I have. So either way, there's a lot of changes that came into Soul Leech. Let me make this bigger for you guys. Jarvis Enhance. A lot of changes came into Soul Leech. Soul Leech has been bugged for a while. Magnify, sorry, hit me up with this a few days ago, talking about all these things that are bugged with Soul Leech, not giving value. They fixed it. Easy to give value now. Yippee! These are bugged and giving it, and they shouldn't be. Fixed. There you go. Is what it is. That's fine. The bigger change today, though, came to Affliction and Destruction. So, Affliction. Interesting change here. We'll look at it briefly in combat in the Dingle Dome, as well as talk about the changes and what they mean here. Developers note Patient Zero warps the damage profile of Seed of Corruption heavily. The specific use case for Seed as a tool is to supply damage in multi-target situations, and having the ability to increase priority damage dilutes its identity. Which, I mean, I get what they're saying. This wasn't a problem before the tier set, though. Which I like the tier set. I think it's good. We've also diluted the tier set down a crazy amount due to Patient Zero being working with the tier set applying UA. So now like they're both just diluted. One is gone. Spoilers. Patient Zero is gone now. And the tier set's incredibly just watered down and diluted at 20% value for UA because of Patient Zero damage, everything else, which is now being removed. There's a new talent. Hedonic, I think. I forgot how to say this word. I looked it up earlier. Hedonic. Gorging, basically meat-eating food, is a new talent that hooks into the common through line of health leech between Drain Life, Siphon Life, and Dark Harvest. The intention for this talent is for most of the throughput to reside in Siphon Life and Dark Harvest, while the increase to Drain Life is meant to be smaller and a bit of flavor. So here's a new talent. Increases Drain Life damage by 10%, and Siphon Life now increases Corruption damage by an additional 10%. Dark Harvest channels 10% faster and deals 15% increased damage. Patient Zero has been removed. So we're going to look at Aft Tree here briefly. Patient Zero was here. It's gone. So here's Hedonic Gorging. I might be saying it wrong, but I don't really care right now. So Drain Life damage increased by 10. They said it was like thematic for Drain Life damage. Drain Life's just thematic. It is what it is. Ignore it. Don't get worried. Don't get mad about that. 10% increased corruption damage when playing Siphon Life. So basically, currently now AC is 15, and Siphon Life is 25, I think. Oh, sorry, 40. There you go. 30, but 10% more with this. Currently, you play AC basically just to save globals, even in single target. To save globals, it ends up being, I think, a very minor loss, or even just a gain overall due to global saved, all the above, whatever, quality of life. This might, I don't know if it's going to shift. There's always this argument of like, yes, Siphon Life is better in plus because you're applying corruption with seeds so often, it never falls in the first place. So, like, corruption's permanent in a sense. You don't need to play AC, which is theoretically true, but there's always times in plus where, like, for whatever reason, I'm not like casting seed in certain spots and corruption's falling on a 2-target boss or they're spread or whatever's happening. It's just sort of annoying. Typically always end up defaulting back to playing AC over Siphon Life anyways, even though there's an argument every patch for playing Siphon Life over AC and plus with seed. You never do. This might actually change that by giving 40% corruption damage comparatively to 15 with AC. This might be enough to change that in conjunction with the baseline damage change the baseline difference between Siphon Life and AC, and then this as well. So we'll see where that goes. Dark Harvest damage increased by 15% and channels 10% faster. This is nice. I mean, it's like more AoE, right? So we've basically traded Patient Zero, which is your main target. Your target when you're casting Seed takes 50% increased damage. Right. From Seed and all that stuff. Now, the thing is like, the change is what Hedonic Gorging does. It's buffing Dark Harvest damage a little bit, which is basically AoE damage. Is a bit of like Dark Harvest value in single target too, sure, but like, you know, a bit like AoE relevancy as well, and a little bit of a corruption damage increase. So you can look at it as like in a pure single target setting, putting aside the casting Seed of Corruption in single target thing we're having on PTR right now. Normally in a single target scenario, you're casting UA. You're hard casting UA. You're not casting Seed to apply UA with the tier set. You're casting just UAs. So in the hard casting UA setting, Patient Zero wouldn't do anything in the past. Hedonic Gorging, however, if you're just hard casting UA in single target, you're still getting a corruption damage increase, albeit 10%, and a 15% Dark Harvest increase, which are both, they do have some value in single target and also value in AoE. So there's a bit more of like a single target bonus in Hedonic Gorging, but it's not enough to be like, okay, this is insane. Like our single target's fixed in M+. Not at all. The downside to Patient Zero going away is like with the tier set in 12.1, applying UA through casting Seeds, right? It did give you a lot of like prio damage. You had Patient Zero, you had like Nightfall procs, Nocturnal Yield giving you instant cast free seeds that would seed with Sow and also apply a UA and go from there. Now, up until this week, we'll look at it right now. Up until this week, the tier set was giving you 100% value Unstable Afflictions when you cast them, or when you cast Seed of Corruption. It would apply a UA. It says 20% value here. It was 100%. It was bugged until today when they fixed it on PTR. So what you're seeing, what we've been seeing for the past few weeks, is Warlocks casting Seed of Corruption in single target. Even though it said 20%, it was 50%, you know, UAs effectively before. It got nerfed for 20. It's been 100% UA value from casting Seed on a target and applying UA from the tier set until today. So even though they've been tweaking the tier set down, didn't matter, it was still bugged. Now the good thing is that there was another bug where the first Unstable Affliction that was applied, basically if a target had one stack of UA on it that was applied by Seed of Corruption, that UA would not do any damage. That bug was also fixed. So both those are fixed. UAs are indeed doing 20% value on the target it's on through Seed, and there's no bug with one stack not doing any damage. So we can look at that briefly here. The thing is like you really can't tell that much happened here, right? You really just can't. And it's not because like Warlock was bad or Warlock was too good, just like you really can't see Patient Zero UA damage when you're in like mass AoE. Like you can see the prio target dying faster that had Haunt and UA stacked on it, right? But keep in mind, when you were seeing that before, you were seeing like the 100% bugged value of UA on your prio target in addition to Haunt, in addition to Patient Zero. Patient Zero being gone will hurt that a bit. What hurts even more is taking UA's value from 100 to 20 by fixing the bug. So like what you're going to see here, I mean, you're going to see basically a drop from 100% UAs to 20, and then the Patient Zero modifier being taken away as well. So you're seeing a substantial drop in raw gameplay for what prio targets are taking now from Affliction. Now the cool thing is, like, I guess the good thing is I ran a key earlier, like half of a Void Scar Arena until someone DC'd or whatever. I think it's this key right here, actually, yeah. Single target's still terrible, is what it is. But AF feels fine, like in AoE. AF, seed spam and stuff in AoE has been good for a long time, and honestly, if you look right here, it still is. Open up, there's a UA right there. Dark Lair, hit this, we'll harvest, whatever. Like, you can just spam seeds. Pot, seed, same thing, seed, you're stacking multiple UAs here. Here's my Haunt UA target, but like the prio damage is, I mean, the prio like slash funnel is just not there. Not what it used to be without Patient Zero and everything else, right? You're still getting Nocturnal Yield procs for instant cast seeds. Your AoE is still strong. I mean, it's arguably even a little better through the new talent. Was it like Nocturnal Feeding or something? Hedonic Gorging. Because it is buffing Dark Harvest damage a little bit, and it's buffing Corruption damage a little bit as well. So, like, as far as your AoE is concerned, you don't feel a difference. You're still doing a good bit of AoE. It's still strong AoE. The problem, though, now is, like, when it comes to your single target, that's where the damage really lacks. So AoE looks good, right? But when it comes to your single target, that's where it's like, okay, we are back to square one, which we never really left in the first place, barring there just being a bug, which we cast seed and single target with, where our single target is bad. Unfortunately, Affliction, no Warlock specs got any changes this PTR, except for like Hedonic Gorging being a thing. You still have the single target part of the tree and the AoE part. There's no change that came in, unfortunately. Don't know why, is what it is. But you don't get access to things like Shard Instability, Xavius, Fatal Echoes, Cascading Calamity, Malefic Grasp. There are some builds that play like Grasp or a point over here instead of Malediction, but like, honestly, man, it's sort of you're bad at single target either way. So you are playing Hedonic Gorging, but this build plays full seed stuff, right? Now, from what I understand in things, AF's 4-piece also revolves a lot around maintaining the 2-4-6 buff. The 1 UA giving 2%, 2 UAs giving 4, and 3 giving 6 to your damage dealt increase, right? The first half of the 4-piece. From what I currently understand, what it looks like is that you do still want to be casting Nocturnal Yield, like these seed and things, procs on seed, because you'll apply a UA instead of Drain Soul to maintain stacks of your tier set. Sorry, besides that, when it comes to single target, you want to cast UAs. But if I get a Nocturnal Yield proc here or a Nightfall proc feeding into a seed, Nocturnal Yield, I'll cast that over a Drain Soul, and then I'll go back to spamming UAs. UA and single target, normal single target stuff, and that's that. Now, the unfortunate part is, once again, we've lost, like, they fixed the bug with, seed that applies UA being 100%, so we're down to having these, like, regular UA cast, losing out on the seed pop damage and single target, or getting much weaker UAs. But you can see here, like, being able to maintain a 3-stack of UA through these, like, various Nightfall procs, giving into Nocturnal Yield and casting instant cast seeds, actually can amount to a relatively high time on UA, right? There's 1 stack there, 2, 3, seed again, there's 4 stack, UA, you're at 6 stacks, 7 stacks, you're maintaining this 3 stack, right? And there's definitely a bit of a game here, and probably some sims and things to be run on, if you get a shard given to you, like in a single target scenario, do you want to hold that shard for like 2 shards, for example, so you can just maintain a 4 stack for longer than a 2 stack into a 4 into a 2, if that makes sense. Keep in mind, every haunt you cast, the Soul Harvester gives you a free Nightfall, which is Drain Soul or instant cast seed, as long as you're playing Nocturnal Yield, which you are in M+. That's it. Bad news, single target is dog shit. It is horrendous. It is really, really bad. But didn't get any changes. I don't know what to tell you. So there's that. The AoE is good. Single target sword subpar. I'd venture to guess Demonology is probably the front runner in M+ again. If not very close. Just because, like, yeah, AF's AoE is good, feels good to play, all that, but like Demonology can do really good AoE too and lose like no DPS at all in single target when you're playing an M+ build compared to a single target build. Because it's M+ build basically it's single target build and not one or the other as AF. So maybe 12-2. I don't know, but my hands are clean in this. When it comes to destruction, so Destro's interesting as well. A 5% nerf to the spec. Keep in mind, last week it was buffed by 10%. Destro probably shouldn't have gotten nerfed today because it's still not very good at all. All 3 lock specs probably need buffs, being real. Not even saying that like in a buff me kind of way, like I need to be best, but we're not very good. However, so this is irrelevant. I don't know, I'm not reading it, but this is what happened today. The Venomous Abyss 4-piece set bonus has been updated. Targets damaged by Echo Sargeras take 6% increased damage from your spells and abilities for 6 seconds. Dev note, due to an oversight, the original bonus functioned incorrectly. Yeah, maybe. The intention behind this set bonus was to increase all damage out of the target, not just Echo Sargeras. So, what that means, previously, Echo Sargeras is your capstone talent, right? It's this thing right here. Whenever it would proc, it would put a debuff on your target for like 6 seconds. That would increase damage taken from later echoes of Sargeras in that 6-second window. Man, this brain fog is killing me. By future echoes by 6%. However, they changed that to now buff all your damage by 6% when the Echo Sargeras Titan's Gaze effect is active. You'll see it right here. Now, the cool thing about this is, like, yeah, we were nerfed by 5%. However, the uptime on, like, the Echo Sargeras buff or debuff on a target is basically 100%. We did a fight for like 4 minutes earlier. It had like a 96% uptime. I think it fell briefly when I was talking to the chat, and I'm looking at what I was doing. So, like, let's open up here. For those that don't know what it is, these like fire beams that come down, like they shoot down. You'll see it in a minute here. There, that's it. There's the debuff, right? Just keep casting normally. There's a reproc right there. There's gonna be a reproc coming up right about now. There's a reproc. There's a reproc. There's a reproc. This thing is, I mean, really doesn't fall as long as you're like in combat hitting a target. It really doesn't fall. We tested for like 5 minutes, like I said earlier, and it was active for basically the entire time for 5 minutes. So depending how you want to look at it, yeah, Destro itself was nerfed by 5%. However, if you're able to maintain the Dark Titan's Mark effect, which you can pretty easily as long as you're hitting a target, it increases damage dealt to the target by 6%. It's not even close to falling really anywhere at this point. It keeps reprocking with just any cast, right? Now, unfortunately, one thing that we noticed earlier was that when it comes to this talent, or this Apex talent, I don't know when this was changed. It's very interesting, but when you used to have 2 spread targets like this, or 2 targets, whether they're stacked or spread, when you had Havoc or Mayhem active and you were like cleaving with your spells, your Apex talent would proc onto both targets at the same time. It would basically like replicate through your Havoc. I don't know when this was changed. THT was in chat earlier and also was like, I guess they changed it at some point, don't know when. That is not the case anymore. I don't know if it was changed this week or 3 months ago. Haven't heard of it changing at all, but the problem is like now, my bars keep resetting. The problem now is when you're in like a Havoc window like this, you don't get procs on both targets at the same time. Like watch, it'll proc on one of these, not the other one. Watch, like there, didn't proc over here, right? So we have it on this one, not this one. Look for the next proc, see active there, not active there. And that's unfortunate because you're not gaining that 6% damage increase to both targets here, which means that compared to a 5%, you know, the 5% aura nerf that came in, yeah, that's a relatively substantial nerf when it comes to like 2-target Havoc cleave, which is very unfortunate. It might not be intended, but unfortunately it's the world we live in. Maybe there's a world we can change this, not really sure, or like get back to what it used to be. I don't think we really even needed an aura nerf. Honestly, Destro's pretty bad. I think they're all pretty bad at this point, but in the raid, but it is what it is. So there's that. If you're in single target, if you're playing Destro in single target next tier, first, Lord have mercy, Lord help me, because this is not really a great Destro tier. It seems like some fights are, some fights aren't, but single target. But we'll see. The other thing that I want to hit on here, if anybody's watching this video like dev wise or anything, is we really need to address Mayhem. And the issue with Mayhem and Improved Havoc. So Improved Havoc makes Mayhem's duration 10 seconds. However, Mayhem does this really annoying thing where it likes to proc on your main target. Or it likes to hop around when it's not on your main target. Say if I'm targeting this, it's active here. It likes to randomly just reproc on my main target. And it feels really bad and really clunky gameplay when it does that. Because, oh, sick, I'm casting a spell that can be duplicated on a different target, but it jumped and it's on my main target. It feels really bad. It makes like fights where Havoc or where Mayhem and Improved Havoc should be really fun and really good, really annoying to play. Like Tertullian Explorers, Lost Explorers, next raid, a bunch of fights right now. It just feels terrible. We really need to fix this. So like, for example, let's get into combat. I'm targeting this with the arrows and the blue thing, right? So see where it procs. Let's see. It procs. Let's see where it goes. It's right there. See, it's right there on my other target. So cool, we're cleaving. We're cleaving, having a good time, cleaving, doing whatever, cleaving, doing, looking good. Sometimes it'll hop to this target here that I'm targeting for reasons unknown. Reproc right there, very cool. Okay, let's get it to proc again, see if it hops somewhere. It happened earlier, hopefully it hops again. It's not gonna hop because I'm here doing this, obviously, right? If there's a world where this is fixed, I would literally trade a whole tier of Warlock being just terrible for this to be fixed. Because Lord have mercy, why it hops to my main target, why it procs on a target that I'm already targeting, I have no idea. I don't know why. Let's go over here and hit this thing, right? Okay, reproc there, that's cool. So let's see. Hitting this thing, do what we need to do. Cool, putting in damage, all that. Waiting for it to reproc, go somewhere else. Let's see. Cool, no reproc. Let's hop back over here and target this. Oh, proc to the main target again. Sick, very cool. That might have been a weird target swap thing. Let's go over here and do this one other way. Reproc there. Cool, there you go. But it's RNG. Sometimes you just proc to your main target, and it's super annoying. Now, it doesn't have the chance to reproc or move or hop around until like 5 seconds expires. You enter the Improved Havoc Mayhem window, like that additional 5 seconds, right? Right there, that hop. Why does this happen? This feels so bad in any cleave-based setting. It feels terrible. We need to find some way to fix this. I don't know how, but there's gotta be some way to fix it. I would trade a whole tier of Warlock being on the bench just to fix this bug for future play. It feels so, or not this bug, this issue. It feels so bad. So if we can fix that, that'd be great. If we could have this replicate through Havoc again, it'd be great, because honestly, without that, we're taking a pretty big aura nerf for no reason in Havoc cleave scenarios, but I don't know. Yeah, that's that. So those are the changes today. We'll see where it goes. There's raid testing on Thursday. The guilds I test with aren't really doing it. It's all retest bosses and one that was canceled. we'll see what happens. If I have a group, I'll stream it. If not, whatever. I'll let y'all know in Discord and things tomorrow. If it's happening, I'm not waking up early for no reason. If I got no group for it. So we'll see. But there's that. Thank you for watching, guys. I'm sorry I'm a little out of it today. This gluten stuff's killing me. I wish I didn't have this celiac garbage, but I do. So yeah, I'll see you guys again soon. Yeah, some videos coming out this week on M+ stuff. Slamming a lot of M+ on stream this week. If you are around and want to come by, feel free. The brain fog's the worst part of this, man. I just can't think straight. I ramble all the time, worse than usual. It's gonna be a fun next 48 hours. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Check out the Patreon if you guys want. The 12.1 Warlock spreadsheet's already up for early access if you want that. A couple more things happening probably this week. This week I'm gonna announce some things about the UI and stuff as well. Yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm gonna go stare at the wall because I love gluten. Good night.